Okay, cool. We in there. We are in there. Let's get it. I got so much. Wow. All right. So again, to recap, we're going over the market forex session time zones, the best time zones to be trading. We got the Asian consolidation, we got the London breakout, and then we got the New York reversal. Now, like I said before, each one of these horizontal lines in the background represents a day of activity in the market. Um, so with that being said, kind of broke it down a little bit for y'all to explain it a little better. So the Asian consolidation usually lasts from 8 to 15 hours. So that means from 8 to 15 hours, depending on when you're trading, you're going to be in a lot of consolidation. And it's very important to know this because you want to know if you're in a trending market or a consolidation, because that's when, that's when you're going to make the pips, the most pips. Now, the London breakout starts exactly 10 hours after the market session. So 10 hours exactly after this line, 10 hours. That's when the London breakout is going to start. That's when that breakout right here is going to start. Before that, we in Asian consolidation. And then, like I said before, sometimes the reason I drew it like this, because, like I said, 80% of the time we will get a fake out and then a breakout. And then this green line represents the New York session. So we got the Asian consolidation, then we might get our fake out and our breakout. So the reason it's a fake out because a lot of people are gonna see this and they're gonna sell. They're gonna sell, not knowing that the overall trend is going up. They're gonna sell this right here once they break out below that. Oh, they think it broke support, so they get ready to sell, or either have a sell stop or whatever the case is, and start selling. And then what happens? Boom, they get stomped out, you know, and then the reversal. So now let's look at it a little more in depth. So I kind of drew it out now so y'all can see it. So the Asian consolidation, like I said, each one of these lines, remember, represents a day of activity in the background of this chart. So now, the Asian markets. Remember, I said the London session starts 10 hours after this. So let's get our measure stick real quick and measure this from here to 10 hours. We a little over right there. So that means we need to adjust this to right there. Okay. Now, as we see, our Asian consolidation, we drew it from our 10-hour mark right here. 10 hours, that's about 10 hours right there. Oh, a little over. But okay, y'all get the point. So we have our Asian consolidation. After the Asian consolidation, we get our London breakout. See, there was no fake out on this one. It broke right down. And after the breakout, we get our New York reversal, which is usually our pullback in New York session. And then it drops, continues. Then again over here, Asian consolidation. Then we get our breakout, our London breakout. Then we get our New York reversal. And it's the same. Our Asian consolidation. Then we get a little fake out right here. As you see, it broke. So a lot of people start selling after it broke that Asian consolidation. A lot of people start to sell right here. They thought it was going to continue down, and instead, what happened? Bloop, hit all their stop losses. Hit all they stop losses. Yeah. And then we got our New York reversal. Back to the Asian consolidation. Break out to the fake out. Move up to to the London. We didn't get a New York reversal. It kind of reversed a little bit there, but not really. Then again, Asian consolidation. And like I said, all I'm doing is drawing this with the measuring stick. I'm taking it from the horizontal line, the time session line, marker line, going 10 hours over. 10 hours, find 10 hours. Find the 10-hour mark. Make a box. And then usually you'll see that breakout to the downside. Once it break down to the downside, that's the fake out usually to get all those orders built up because they think it's going to keep continuing to the downside and then it shoot up. Then our consolidation back to the London. And this is the London breakout. You see it every time it's breaking out. The blue represents the breakouts. It's breaking out. And then our New York reversal. Back to the Asian consolidation. Our London breakout. You see a little fake out right here, y'all. Y'all see this little fake out right here? Where everybody thought it was going to continue down and they started selling it right then and there, and then it blew up and hit their stops and then continue down. And then our New York reversal. Now, this is not a trading strategy. This is just following market structure. This is not using indicators or none of that to help you figure out which way the market is moving. This is just using the market structure, the way the market's going, and knowing what time session you're trading in. Because that makes a difference what time session you're trading in. You don't want to be trading and be sitting in a whole bunch of consolidation. You know, me personally, I don't like to trade like that. I don't like to be in a trade where I'm just in a lot of consolidation. I like to get in, get my money, and get out. Checking on this trade now, see. So that's what I kind of wanted to go over Forex session times, because a lot of people are not aware of this, looking at the chart and knowing when to trade. Because now the most important I would say is the Asian consolidation. The reason is because you want to be ready for the Asian consolidation, because once that breakout happens, you want to be looking for your retest so you could get in. So you always want to be looking at the consolidation. This consolidation is very important because that's going to signal you. That's going to also signal you which way the market is going. So with that being said, I'm gonna open it up real quick for questions before I continue. So anybody got any questions on this? I want you to ask me now. Everybody good? Good. Everybody understand that? That each, the simple of the session times and when to trade and not to trade. Okay. Cool. So let's continue. Let's look at a couple of trades. Okay. I don't know if anybody took this trade or not that Lindor had called out. This is one of the trades Lindor had called out on AUDJPY. It did not get sent to the Telegram. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, is pretty much everybody, still in his Telegram. If you're not, he did call this trade out, which the green lines indicates where I got in at. So I'm in there. I got in there a lot. And I get in every time it retraced. As you see, I got in from the top. So once it retraced, I got in, retraced again. I got in a couple more times. I didn't catch this one, but then I caught this in right here. So, and I'm still in from all the way up here. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4 trades still open, or 5. But I've been closing trades out in between them too. I've been taking profits on trades, and I also trail my stop losses, so I'm in a risk-free trade. Um, Now trailing stop losses. Let me find an empty chart that I can find and draw on to break some down to you better. CJ. Okay. So so everybody can get familiar with the way I trade. I want to kind of break it down a little bit on how I see the market and when will I take a trade and when will I call a trade. Um, and how do I do it so you guys could be aware of when that time comes if you feel comfortable enough taking the trade. I don't know if I find a good trend. It's a good downtrend right here. Oh, that's a nice downtrend. Let's start with this down, this up here. Okay, so this is how I pretty much trade. So I'm gonna kind of draw it up real quick so everybody can kind of see. I'm starting right here at this top, so I can try to catch some of this downtrend. So usually what I do is I kind of try to draw it up, catch the top, see where the market's at the top. Then I'll try to draw the previous or low of where it's been. You see its price kind of bounced off here a couple times right here, and then it bounced up there. So say if price was still here, what I'm trying to do is get in on a trend. I'm trying to get in after this and catch the retrace right here to get in and find out so I can catch the next movement. So what I do is pretty much is once that price breaks, what you want to be doing, once this structure gets broken, this floor, let me just delete that because that's going to confuse you. Usually I like a clean, a real clean chart too. So I don't like a whole bunch of lines and a whole bunch of indicators and all that crap on my chart. Shit confuse you. But I like to just trap price from resistance and support. I like to trap it, 2 lines. Then from there I start adding lines. So once I trap it, I see it break. Once it break this line, this floor, I want it to come back up and touch this floor. So once I see that break, I'm setting my order up. Either I'm gonna set a limit here, or I'm gonna just watch price, depending on what time it is and depending on when I'm trading or not, if I can catch it. Usually I set a limit if I can't catch it, so that way I know for a fact I'm gonna get into the trade. So I pretty much wait for market to, once it break, I wait for it to come back up and touch this line. So as you see, we got 1 day of activity when it broke. Another day, it almost kind of went up there. Now, pretty much I would consider this a touch. So 1, 2 days, it came up and it touched that line. That line it broke. So from there on, once it came up and touched that line, our trade would have activated. And now that's pretty much a perfect entry, little to no drawback at all. And we would have been in a trade instantly right now. Once we got them, we would have probably, look, let's see, we would have went instantly into about 50 pips. Go into 50 pips. By the end of that day, we would have been at 80 pips. By the end of that day, off this entry right here, if everybody see it, we would have been in. Because once it broke this floor, we would have waited. See, it almost came up here. Now, some people probably would have hopped in right there, and you could have, and you could have. But you also really want to wait to it to come back up and touch this line. Okay, go, go, go. So oh y'all. So you pretty much want to wait for it to come back up and touch this line. Um, so from there on, once it breaks, look at your next floor. Once it breaks that floor, you want to see how far down it's coming. I see we're going right here because we got a lot of activity right here. Price touching this floor, is touching right here in the past. So once it broke, now once I'd entered this trade, guys, I would have entered this trade. I would have entered this trade twice. So I twin trade. When I trade, I always twin trade. The reason is because the reason I twin trade is because it helps me. It helps me pretty much collect profits. You're gonna always collect profits. So if you get a precise entry like this, for example, right, and we twin trade it, and we get in right here because we seen it break and we waited for it to retest, and once it retests, we get in and we twin traded. Look right here, 10 pips, 12, 15, 20 pips, we have $40. 30 pips, we have $60. Another 50 pips right there, we got $100 because we're twin trading, guys. We're twin trading. All the way down to what we say right here to this next floor, we would have caught 80 pips. So $160 right there. But what I also does is once I go 20 to 30 pips in profit, I sometimes I might close one of my trades instantly. I close it, take my $20, $30 right there, and I let the other trade keep going all the way down. So I take my money right away, 20, 30 pips right away, and I let the other trade go all the way down. The reason I do that is because if the price spike up again, it's gonna hit my stop loss. It's gonna hit my trailing stop loss. It's gonna hit my, so that way I still done made money. I didn't lose anything. So that's why you always want to twin trade. Now, in order to twin trade, pretty much you always want to use a 0.1 $100 on each $100 to have better risk management. You always want to use proper risk management. And twin trading, like I said, so once I enter right here 2 times, 2 trades, I let it drop. And usually if one of them go 20, 30 pips in profit, I close one of them out and I let the other one drop. Now, once price breaks that floor again, I'll be looking for that retest, which is the retest is right there. Because look, it broke the floor. And once it breaks, I'm looking for that retest right away. And a lot of people don't look I look on the 15-minute chart. I look on the hour and the 15-minute chart. That's what I trade off of. The hour chart and the 15-minute chart. I look at the 4-hour and the daily just to see which way the trend is actually going, and and get a better idea of where it's going to end up at. But till then, I go to the 1-hour chart, and then the 15-minute I enter off the 15-minute. The 15 minutes is gonna give you that real good entry, that retest that usually don't nobody see because it's just a wick to them. This on the 15-minute, this is we'll get some candles here, and they wouldn't have got in because it was a wick. So everybody else probably would have got in right here, which is cool still to get in up there, but that's too much drawback. I don't want no drawback at all. So that's why I like to get in right at the entry. So once price break, We twin trade. Boop. We wait for that retest. Come back up and hit this floor. Now turn to a ceiling. We twin trade. So once we twin trade, boop, we wait till it break that structure. Look at this. And it's still in the same day. Jeez, that's 200 some pips right there. That's 200 pips already right there. And if we was twin trading, that'd have been 400 pips right there, depending on before we get any, if we see any pullback, any blue candles. That way we'll know if we get any pullback. Like right here, we kind of got a little pullback candle right here, but it didn't go. We still would have been Gucci all the way up here. We're not getting any drawback up here. You don't have to really worry about drawback. I don't like drawback. I don't like to even see red on my meditative floor. I hate red, period. I hate the color. I don't like to see the red. I like to go right into blue. So that's why I always look for precise, perfect entries so I don't have to worry about drawback. So I could get in, hop right in the trade, take my money, and get out. Anybody got a question? I know somebody have unmuted. But like I said, pretty much all I do is trade market structure. That's it. I barely draw trend lines. I will draw a trend line, but usually I just look for market structure. I like to see which way the market is going. I really don't use indicators like that. If I do, I'll probably use the stochastic. But like I said again, you twin trade. I look for precise entries. I try to twin trade so that way I don't have little to no drawback. So once we go 20 to 30 pips or so in profit, I like to close one of them out just in case we get something that spiked back. Now, so say we got in up here, right? We still got one of these trades open because remember we twin trade. So we close one of them, but the other one is still running. The other one is still running. Look at this. The other one's still running. That's 350 pips right there. For letting this trade still run with no drawback because the price never came back all the way up here. So we still got in right here and we just wrote this one. Now, remember, we closed one of them because we twin trade. We closed one of them. We let the other one ride. And once it retraced, that's when I entered twice more. I entered 2 more times right here. Let it ride again. And I close one of them out, 20, 30 pips in profit. So so pretty much what I'm doing, I'm collecting money on the way down, but I'm still letting these other trades run the whole time. From up, this trade will still be running, and one of these trades will still be running all the way down here. While I done already twin traded, I already took money from there to there and from there to there already. So then we go again. Yeah. Oops. I don't know what that is. Then we just go again, guys. We wait for that. We wait for price to break. Wait for price to break this floor. Why is that the floor? You see over here in the past, it acted as a ceiling right here. It acted as a floor right here. Floor again. It acted as a floor. Once it breaks, wait for the retest to come back up. That's all you do. It's that easy. Like, I don't know. I've been trading for what? Probably a couple weeks after Ace Spell. I was Ace Spell first person that signed up. So I pretty much joined once he joined. A couple weeks after. And I took off into this charts like right away because I wanted this financial independence, you know. So that's why I dug into these charts like this, like crazy. And I've been doing this for a year, and it's like I had my ups and downs. And at the same time, you got to remember, we always gonna learn. We ain't nobody 100% right. So you always have to practice risk management and know that there's nobody's gonna be 100% right. All we're doing is taking a good guess at what we see in the past on what's gonna happen in the future, and just like that. It's just like that. So it's like I've been doing this for a year or so now, a little over a year. So like I said, I had my hard times. I had times where I was just like, seemed like I wasn't getting it, but I was getting it, but I wasn't. And it was like, what the hell? And then I finally started getting it, and it was like, what the fuck? This shit easy as hell. It's like, it's easy. It's like, I can't believe it took me, that long to figure it out. And don't ever compare your productivity to nobody else, because everybody will get it at their own pace, and everybody will pick up on it at their own pace. Some people pick up quicker than others. Some people will start to understand the structure in the market quicker than some other people. So don't ever compare your productivity to somebody else, because that's going to actually stunt your growth, because you kind of concerned with what the hell they doing, and when you just need to be worried about yourself. Now, another thing is you want to kind of develop your own trading strategy, because everybody trades different. I trade different than Los. Me and Los trade different, but overall, we're looking at the same thing. Like Los, he likes to look at the higher time frames and catch, and he see price going catch. He catch big. He like the big movements. He like those real big old 200-300 pip moves, which we all do, right? What I do is I just like to kind of be all the way in the market, so I kind of go to the lower time frame. So I'm trying to catch every little single move. I'm trying to catch every little single, so I can get in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's how I like to trade: get in and out, get my money and get out. Um, but the main thing is you always want to you just want to take your time. You want to study. The only way you're gonna get better is you study. If you are not drawing charts, I advise you to draw charts. You're not going to be able to understand the market structure without placing these lines on these charts. You're not going to be able to do it just by looking. So you actually got to get your hands on and put the lines on the chart and start looking at the market. Another thing you need to do is back test. I back test all day, every day. I back test a lot. I will go to find a pair, and I would go all the way to the beginning of the chart, and I would just start drawing lines all the way, and I would write my wins and my losses down and back test on if I would took that trade and if I wouldn't have took that trade. And I write it down. And I try to do a chart a day, and if I don't complete the whole chart, I at least try to go for at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes of just drawing charts. Drawing up and back testing, because it's very important to learn how to back test, and because it's going to help you. It's pretty much like back testing is pretty much speeding up all your learning. It's speeding it up. Back testing is speeding up your learning. They say, it might take you a year or two. Some people take longer to pick it up, Back testing will most certainly pick your speed up in learning how to trade in this market. I know a lot of people are struggling trying to find entries. The best way to find your entries is to wait for your Asian consolidation, then your London breakout, and then we're going to get our reversal. Then we're going to get our reversal. So once it retests, just wait for that retest. You just got to be patient. Like this one. See, this one kind of right here. It didn't go all the way up as far as this one did. It went up there, though, but this was the initial retest. That wasn't. This was the retest. And then another thing is sometimes trend lines confuse a lot of people, because a lot of people thinking when they see this, remember, we're on an hour right now. So if we was on a 15-minute, this would have been some candles. So once it broke this line, if we was on the 15-minute, it would have broke this line, would have been candles. A lot of people would have started trying to buy. They would have started trying to buy this because it would have broke and it looked like it was starting to go up. But overall, when if you're looking at it, it broke right here. It was just retesting. That's all. It wasn't going back up. It was not going back up. It was retesting. But if these trend lines start to confuse you, you might think, okay, it broke the trend line, so we need to buy. That ain't true, you know. So sometimes, you know, you gotta find your own trading style. Like I said, everybody trade different. You gotta kind of know what time you want to trade, what charts you want to trade. Me, I kind of trade um a nice amount of charts. I kind of like to trade anything I see that's setting up nice. Um, I don't necessarily trade a lot of the Swiss franc pairs. I guess I do trade some of them. I know Los don't trade none of them. I don't think he mess with them Swiss francs. Um, but anybody got any questions as we continue? We got any questions so we can go over anything anybody is struggling with? You know, this show time, I'm gonna, you know, kind of go in depth to kind of help y'all out right now. So if you struggling to find entries, Alan, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot, just learning.
What you thinking? You got any questions?
Do you ever? I don't know if you trade exotics or not, but you trade a Euro turkey.
I have not traded it before, but I know Kai and Woody put me onto that trade, and I mean put me onto that pair. But I see the spread. I haven't looked at it in a while. How the spreads look?
Um, I'm not even sure. I don't. I've just been really watching gold lately,
Okay.
but I seen Stevenson called one out a couple days ago, and it really dropped. And it moves a lot. I've noticed, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I didn't know what you think of it.
Yeah. I actually never traded it before at all. So are you drawing charts, Alan?
Yeah, I draw up my charts basically kind of exactly how you do yours. I really stick to the 15-minute hour time frame. Just kind of stay in the zone, read the news.
Okay. Okay. Most def. So you have any questions that you feel like something you struggling with that you want me to go over and pinpoint a little better in detail for you?
No, I mean everything's been picking up everything what you said,
Okay.
and just kind of
That's good. That's good. That's what's up. Let's go back to these. Okay. Bet. Zachary, Monica, Janet, Emerald. Come on, somebody talk to me now.
All right, I know you got the fibs on there. I may have missed. I'm not sure, but can you just run through that again as far as fibs, how to draw them?
The Fibonacci? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I can. Okay, so let's go. We got a little uptrend. Let's see. So let's see if I can draw it on here really quick. I don't really like that uptrend. Oh, not nice one. Let's find something better, a better trend to draw it on. This one don't look too bad, I guess, after this. Let's see. So let's start up right here. Let's start. So first thing you want to do is, like I said, find your say prices right here. Say we down here. We're trying to catch this up movement right now.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna look at. So what I do with the fib is I see prices in between here. So once I see this break, I take my fib. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that too really quick. Once I see it break to this top, I take my fib and I go from that top all the way down to this bottom. So now once I do that, since it broke here, of course I want to look for it to retest here, right?
Right.
So and then usually I'll draw my fib. And right now, fib we got between the 50, right, 50%, 618. Now, the Fibonacci levels I like to use is 618, 786, and 382. Those are the ones I mainly use a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The 50% I do look at every now and then, depending on how big the movement is, because prices usually make a 50% movement most of the time. So once price break there, I draw my fibs to kind of always want to see the Fibonacci is going to always tell you where a zone is at pretty much. The Fibonacci levels always will tell you a zone is in that level once you draw right. So once I see that, my Fibonacci kind of helps you confirm it. So let me see if I can let's see, draw it on a better movement. Let's go from this top right here. Let's see if we can catch this movement right here. So we'll go for our Fibonacci from this top right here, this wick, because it pushed up, broke past here, pushed up, from that top down to this floor. And then I got 786 right here for a perfect entry. And then what I also do is I like to draw two Fibonacci's sometimes to kind of get a better idea. Just let me scoot it over. I draw from the all the way to the bottom low. And it's still around a 78%, 78.6%.
So you want to wait for it to break a trend or to break a support or resistance line, well,
So
your
yeah,
resistance,
yep, you
and
always
then
want,
draw it.
yep, you want, once you see it break, once you
Mm-hmm.
see that big move, you pretty much want to get ready. Like for right here, this big move. Once you see it break, take your Fibonacci, go. And now a lot of people draw it from the bottom to the top. I draw it the way Christopher Derrick draws it. I mean, you can kind of pick that up, I guess, the way however it works for you better. So I draw from the top all the way down to this bottom. And 786. Once it closes above 786, once price come down here and close above 786, that's when I enter.
Okay, and is it normally, is that the magic number when it's on an uptrend? 786.
Every pair is different.
Gotcha.
So 786, 382. That's why I said 786, 382 to 618.
Mm-hmm.
Those the ones I like to use a lot to help me. Let me go to this AUD pair that I'm in so I could kind of show you when Linder called this out.
So even because that was an uptrend you did, so even on a downtrend, you would still do from
So
the same.
nope.
Drop.
So on the downtrend, like right here, what I did was once I seen this break,
Right.
because I knew once Linder called it out, a lot of people was looking at AJ. So I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once it broke, I grabbed my Fibonacci and I waited till it touched the lowest it was gonna touch,
Mm-hmm.
and I drew it from right there all the way to that top candle, right there, and then we got 618, perfect, and that's where I was at. and I entered right there twice. I entered twice right here on this first one, and I
Mm-hmm.
caught that little movement, which was what, about 15 pips. I closed them joints out right away. I closed one of them out right away. That's the other one. Then I waited till it come back up here, entered again twice, and wrote it down. But at the same time, I already was in it already up here too. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Man,
then
I gotta get
again,
them fibs down.
yeah, it came down once it broke again. I drew my fibs from right here, from that bottom again, all the way to this top right here where it broke at. And where we got 618, and now it's retesting, and I'm getting ready to enter this joint again, y'all. I think
Mm-hmm.
I want to see.
Beautiful.
I want to see. I really wanted to come up to 382. That's what I wanted to do. So I really want to see. I don't want to miss this 618 though, but
Right.
it might. It might. If it continue, if it breaks 618, y'all, we gonna probably get ready to look at entering this pair right here on. Let's see what we want to enter at. Let's do it a little precise. Because it look like it's finna break 618. Yeah, we finna get ready
It's looking strong.
to enter this one. So let's go from the
Yeah, and the
bottom.
news came out too with JPY, didn't it? Or JPY news was red. It
Yeah.
was so that's expected for it to come up a little bit.
Yeah. So let's go from here all the way to the top. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's gonna come up a little more. What we really see, as you see, it never retested either, though.
Right, that's true too.
So that's the only part about, it could come all the way up to the 382 because it never retested this
Mm-hmm.
floor when it broke. It broke that and retested. It broke this level. It's this floor over here, and then retested that.
Oh yeah.
It's a good trade, actually. Oh man. So did anybody else get in Euro USD? I'm up 26 pips right now. It was
Oh, I didn't catch
a
it. I was
perfect.
late on that one.
Yeah, I called it. I put it in the Telegram right here. I entered right here. The reason I did, guys, I'll tell you why I called this trade out, because I was actually following this pair, because from right here, as you see, it broke the floor. It broke the ceiling, right? And came back down to retest. If you take your Fibonacci from that floor top to that bottom, boom, what we got? 618. So that's where my entry would have been right here. And how precise is this entry? Because there's no drawback. Get in, you right into the blue, catch your money, and then once price break again, broke this floor, take your Fibonacci for that top. Look, what we got? 786. Boom, it went up. But then again, we can confirm that with another Fibonacci from this top all the way down to this top to just this bottom here. Boom, and what we get? 618, right? Look, just from this top from this wick.
That's crazy.
We get 618, but when we go from this top all the way to the bottom, we got 786. Now, when I see two Fibonacci's like that, I always try to draw two. When I get two that lines up, I'm most certainly gonna enter, because that's another confirmation for me. And so right now, once I seen price struggling at this line over here, this resistance, I kind of knew once it broke, it was gonna come down and retest. And what did I do? I drew my Fibonacci from the top all the way down to this bottom. And you see, I drew it at the bottom of this wick because that's a strong area right here. Right here. From that bottom to that top. And let's see if I drew another Fibonacci from there. Let's scoot it over some. From here to where it initially took off was right here. Because it retested, bloop, and took off from right here. Boom. So if I drew the Fibonacci from that top to that bottom, look what we got. 382. 618, 382. That's what made me told me that it was a strong confirmation that it was gonna go up. So right now, let's see where we at. So now what I'll do is I'm already up. When it went up, I'm gonna let it go up a little more. I'm gonna close one of my trades out, and I'm gonna let the other one go. And once I let the other one go, I'm gonna go 5. I move my stop loss up 5 pips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here will be my stop. I'll move my stop loss to right here, so that way I'm in a risk-free trade. So if it was to come back down, I already took my first trade, I already closed out. And then once it come back down here, if it was to come back down there, I'm still in a risk-free trade. I didn't lose no money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't gain the whole, what I could have potentially gained if I would have closed it out up there. But at the same time, I didn't lose none. And I still gained from the first trade I closed. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I twin trade.
Smart moves. Smart moves.
So twin trade will actually, once you learn how to twin trade and like I said, once you twin trade 20, 30 pips in profit, close out. Sometimes you can go 50 pips. Close out one trade, move your stop loss on the other trade 5 pips above, and then just let it go. So like right now, let me go to this AJ and show you. Oh, yeah, that's joint looking good, y'all. So let's see where we want this to go to real quick. Because it's breaking the past 618 already. So it's going to probably come all the way up. So let's see where we want to enter this at. Maybe here. Maybe there. I don't know. It might drop back down. The 618 is a strong level, and it is. Let's go to 618 see if we got a zone here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got a zone here. We got a zone here at 618. Yep. So we're gonna keep an eye on this one, y'all. I'm half want to enter. I don't want that drawback. Let's see how much drawback that is. 15 pips. We're gonna keep an eye on this one though, y'all. So everybody make sure y'all keep an eye on that. Cause we gonna catch this because it's coming down. This chart coming all the way down to here to at least 82. That's what it's coming. It's coming all the way down here. So how many more pips that is if we catch it? 70, 80 pips. Let's see. So Fibonacci is something a real strong one. I pretty much that's all I really use. I use Fibonacci a whole lot to find my entries. That's how I find my perfect entries. That and market structure. Fibonacci and market structure is gonna help you out a whole lot. So did that help answer the question on Fibonacci, or you need me to show you I can show you on a downtrend, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because I can see how it really is giving you like perfect entries.
Yeah, let me
Like
show you on
no drawdown.
Yeah, it's always perfect entries too. Let's see if I can find a downtrend. I got stuff drawn on every chart, y'all see. Every chart.
Hey, that means you're doing homework. That's all.
Man, all day. Homework all day. Let's see.
So with your charts, do you draw your lines on higher frames, or do you just work with the 15-minute time frame?
So usually sometimes every now I would kind of look at the daily and draw like a daily
Right.
a daily line, a daily support, like probably one daily support and one daily resistance. And I put that like in a different color, because that means I know price is going to either end up going all the way up there or all the way down there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you trap it basically.
Yeah, I trap it on the daily, and then I kind of go to my smaller time frames, and that way I know I'm gonna be able to catch this 300 pip move.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah. So on the downtrend right here, let's go ahead and trap price with our ceiling and then our floor. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So now for the Fibonacci, once it breaks, I take my Fibonacci from that bottom to the top. And what we get, 618, is our boom. Look how perfect that is.
Ooh, wee. Pretty.
Yep. Perfect entry. Boom. And then that's what, pips twin traded right here. That's 68 pips right there.
With no drawback.
Yep, no drawback. And if you twin traded, we would have pretty much just closed one trade out, 20, 30 pips in profit, like right there, and then let the other one go all the way down. And then we would have pretty much turned this, moved our stop loss 5 pips. Look, if we did our stop loss 5 pips, it wouldn't have hit our stop loss until it came all the way over here. It would have came down, and then but even though once it hit our stop loss, all that does is signify me to enter again.
Right. That's true.
So it just signify you to hop right in again and enter. So let's try. I can draw another one up for you. Don't look like it really came back up and retested here. Let's see what it did. Not bad. So that top right here. Of course, we got a zone. What it do? Let's see. Yep, we good. 786. Right there. And I drew it from this bottom to this top right here. And we got 786 with a perfect entry.
Okay.
Perfect. Boop. That's 50 pips. Another entry. It's 100 pips right there. And that's just the Fibonacci. You help using the Fibonacci to find that perfect entry, y'all. That Fibonacci helps a whole lot.
Okay.
And then, like I say, you could draw the Fibonacci on any time frame. We can go to the daily. Like I said, what I usually do is go to the daily. And let's see. Like for this big old move right here. Let's take out Fibonacci. Now, guaranteed this area right here is going to line up with a Fibonacci. Probably going to line up with the 786. Let's see. From that top to that bottom. What I tell you? 786. You know, see that 786 right
Yeah.
there. Perfect.
Perfect.
Little to no drawback. Boom. Caught all that movement. So you could draw Fibonacci on any time frame and tell you like here, like watch this right here. Let's catch this move
All right.
from this bottom all the way to this top of this wick. Boom. 618. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, 618 right here. Entry. And we caught all that movement.
That's nice. That's good.
So Fibonacci learning how to do and like I do it if it's a downtrend, I always draw from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
And on the uptrend, right here, from the top all the way to that bottom, when we get 618. Look. Shit crazy. Look at this. Shit crazy. 618 to the upside.
So does it not normally usually hit the 50? It's more so the 618 and the 382.
For me, that's all I look for. Yeah, I don't even look at that 50 like that. As you see, I kind of got them highlighted out a little
Right.
bit. And I got them the 786, 618 lit up. Look right here. Boom. Look what it did.
Yeah, I see it.
618. And what's the NZDUSD? And what they said,
Mm-hmm.
and they said listen to drop. And this on the daily. This is the daily. But then again, this could come all the way up here. Look at this. This will also help you on the daily. Because look, we never seen it retest.
That's true. It ain't been there yet.
And look where we at 382. And we had a zone because look all these
Oh
damn
yeah.
wicks. So it most definitely could come back up, boop, and then drop. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yep. That's what I think it's gonna do because I think the USD is dropping right now. Just stay weak. We most definitely see that move if it stay weak. But yeah, that man and learning the time zones, learning when to trade and knowing when to stay out of consolidation and etc. is very important.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice on my Fibonacci's.
Yeah, a good video to watch on who I like is Christopher Derrick. He got it on his YouTube page. If you go to his name on YouTube and then just click on videos, he got a Fibonacci. It's only like 15 minutes. He break it down
Mm-hmm.
real good. Yep.
Shit,
That Fibonacci is the way to go, y'all. It helps you get that precise entry. That's why I always twin trade. So I could always try to catch something and,
right.
catch something. And then I'll just, once I don't even really use stop losses like that, y'all. So I do advise y'all to use them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I use my stop loss once I go in profit. Then I do a stop loss. Unless I'm putting in a trade and going to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Besides that, I don't use the stop loss until I go in profit. I wait till I go in profit, 20 pips or so in profit, and then I use my trailing stop loss.
I mean, the way you working with this fibs, though, I mean, you right on. So, I
Yeah,
mean, hey,
them fibs gonna help you a
right.
whole lot.
Be right on.
Yep. Let's see what EJ doing or AJ. You know what, man? This looking real good. As you see though, what it did right here though, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What it do? It retested the 786 first.
Okay.
It retested 786 right here and dropped.
Yeah.
It always retests the level right away and then drop before it even do anything. It's gonna retest and you're gonna always, that's why I say 20 to 30 pips because it's always gonna usually retest and you're gonna be able to catch a little bit of something real quick. And then
You made a move up.
yep, I'm thinking to see if it breaks this area, it's gonna come up to the 382 though. Let's try to get this a better see. And sometimes when you draw in the fib, you gotta kind of. Sometimes you want to draw it at the candle. Sometimes you want to draw it at the wick.
Okay.
You know, so sometimes it varies. So you kind of just gotta kind of see where them zones at in the past. The past is gonna help you out a whole lot.
Okay.
Cause
Gotcha.
I think this joint just hit 618 if it'll drop. Cause 618 lining up perfect right here. And we do got a 618. If you look right here, it's a wick right here. You should take online forex courses. A wick right here. And then we got another wick right here. Look at this. Right there, right there, right there.
Yeah.
That's kind of showing that it's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shoot. Our next entry, if it continues to go up, y'all, we're gonna look to try to get in on this right around here.
About 80, 84, 83, 84.
Yep. About 83, 84, yep.
Okay.
I want to be looking between this 618, between here and here. Let's adjust this. Let's draw this a little better. Then we'll be able to find out for sure. Yeah, we're gonna look around here and see what we can get. Cause from this bottom to this side, yeah, we got 32 here, and it's at the 618 already right there. So no, it's gonna keep going. Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna get ready to enter this one, hopefully. Let's see. Trying to see what happened here, y'all, so we can see if we gonna catch this move. We might have to enter on this wick right here. 2 pips down. I'm thinking this wick right there. It's gonna be our entry. drawback. We get a little bit of drawback. They ain't that much. So y'all, we're gonna look to enter around 83.855, between 83.855 and 83.930. That's where we're gonna look to enter. That's if this sucker don't drop now, start to drop below 618. If it start to drop below 618, then we just gonna do a market execution to hop in. But we want to see it come up a little more. I honestly want to see it come up at least to hit this line right here, this wick. Because if it do wick up enough, it could just tap off 382 real quick and put us in. So it's 8:15. We've been on for an hour and 15. Anybody got any more questions before we hop off this joint?
No, I think I'm good. I know what I need to work on.
Yeah,
That
good.
Fibonacci, huh?
You know it. I can
Most
perfect it.
Yeah,
come out a whole lot.
most def.
I want to say I want to say I don't use a stop loss till I hit profit.
Yeah, for real. For real. Y'all, let's keep an eye on this trade right here so we can see if we can catch these pips on that. But in the
Most
meantime,
definitely.
let's get it. Y'all got any questions? Just shoot them out anytime in the chats.
Cool. Will do.
I got
Yeah.
you.
I'm
All
about to
right.
watch
Appreciate it.
here video also. So
Right.
Yeah, go watch that video. I recommend watching that video. The way
got
he draw it is perfect. So
Yep. I'm sure gonna be on it.
yeah.
I work.
All right, y'all.
Hey, Court,
Yeah, what's up, bro?
can you put Christopher Derrick's link, that video link in the chat?
Most def.
All right.
I'm finna stop the recording. We out.
All right.